Witnesses say the woman who was killed on I-75 had been running away from someone who was chasing her. Part of an argument, they say, that started nearby, an argument over drugs. But police say the reasons for the increasing numbers of pedestrian deaths on the interstates and highways and streets of Georgia are as numerous as the deaths themselves. This man apparently just trying to get across the street. He survived. According to the governor's Office of Highway Safety, initial research shows that last year, 260 pedestrians were killed in Georgia. That's an increase of 60% over 2014's numbers. Police have said they can only speculate why. Aside from pedestrians getting out of their stalled cars, they attribute some of the deaths to mental instability and to impaired judgment due to alcohol or drugs. Every case tragic, putting the lives of countless drivers at risk. And the state says so far this year, 116 pedestrians have been killed. That's ahead of last year's pace. In Atlanta, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.